Yo, good morning, everybody. Well, it's good morning for me. I don't know where you guys are located right now, so it could be good afternoon or good evening or good midnight if I don't think that's a thing. I'm just kidding around. And welcome to the 11th episode of the Final Circle podcast. And if you guys are returning from a previous episode or you listened before, thank you guys for your continued support. As I always say, we really appreciate it. And if you're listening to the first time, this is a podcast mostly revolved around gaming. We do talk about other things from time to time, and this is recorded by myself. I'm Blitz5, aka Ray, and with my buddy Andrew, and his gamer tag is Cypher5. But I think for the most part, we just talk to each other as Ray and Andrew, so just so you guys have some context. And as I mentioned, this podcast is mostly focused around video games, but we do talk about just general things in life. This episode in particular is heavily focused on PUBG. I think that's all we really talked about, with a few other small topics kind of mixed in there. And a lot of stuff going on with PUBG right now. So if you guys are playing this game a lot, I would definitely stick around and listen to this, because we actually kind of talk about some recent news. And if you haven't been following all the forum stuff, you might learn a little bit. Changes to the Vikendi loot system, the holiday event poem, updates and hotfixes on PC and console, and a couple other things in there. So again, thank you guys for listening. And if you want to support us, you can share the podcast, like the YouTube video, do all of those sort of things for free. And if you want to take it up to the next level, you can drop us a one-time donation through the Streamlabs PayPal link, which is on I guess it's going to be on the YouTube page, and we'll see if we can put it anywhere else. And if you really, really want to support us, you can become a monthly supporter, which is sort of like a Twitch subscription or Patreon support, through my YouTube channel on the gaming.youtube.com/blitz5. YouTube Gaming has a section where you can join somebody, become a member, which is just like a Patreon page, which we might be looking to do at some point, because again, this stuff costs money on a monthly basis to host the podcast on iTunes and Google Play. And we are putting a ton of work into the YouTube channel, the stream, the podcast. And we are now going to be holding tournaments on Xbox. We did our first one, and we're going to be announcing another one soon. So I don't want to say monthly tournaments or quarterly tournaments, because we don't know. I keep saying tournaments in a different way. It's a weird word, kind of, if you say it fast. So I don't know when we're going to be hosting these, but we're going to be doing a bunch more. And this stuff takes a ton of time and effort, and we're trying to give away prizes and stuff like that to build the hype. So please, if you guys are enjoying it, help support small content creators, because without your support, we cannot grow. And if we can't grow, then we will cease to exist. And that is the same and goes for all the small content creators out there. So much love, everybody. Thanks again, and we'll get right into the episode. Yeah, I guess we'll talk about, we have the PUBG hotfix to talk about, and we have this dev letter. Which one do you want to talk about? The Vikendi item spawn rebalance. Which one do you want to do first?
I think
Keep going. Sorry.
I don't know. I think we should start with we'll do the Vikendi balancing second, maybe.
Yeah, we'll do that second. We'll talk about the hotfix because it's real short. I feel like that's a nice way to ease in to the podcast today.
Yeah.
Not too much stuff going on, but there's a lot of like little PUBG news going on. There's a lot of little posts that they've been making, and actually I just saw something on Twitter before we went live on the podcast, so I'll have to go over this in a second. But first things first, I made a quick video about this on my page. This is the January 30th hotfix patch notes that went out, and they just put a bunch of bug fixes out. There was 11 in total, and one of them was for Xbox only, and the rest were all for console. And nothing major here. They were just doing a bunch of like UI fixes and things. I guess like they had misspelt something or mistyped something, and some of the UI was just wrong. Most of the things I didn't even notice. But one thing that they tried to fix was the ready up or like play button function on Xbox. And the way they worded it was kind of weird. They said they fixed an issue where sometimes the play/ready button would not function correctly on Xbox. So I don't know if that means they fixed the ready up bug, because the way they worded it, they're saying it's not functioning right. I don't know if the ready up thing is functioning right. It's just you can't ready up. So they didn't really say the ready up bug specifically, but I guess we'll have to test that out. Did you play today at all with anybody?
No, I haven't played. I haven't actually played in like 4 days since Sunday, so I've been kind of trying to be an adult.
Okay, because I know you said you got home. Right now we're recording this is January 30th, 2019. There's a lot of snowstorm and crazy winter cold across the U.S. right now. And you said you left work early today, so I thought maybe you were like on Xbox or something at some point.
Nah, I got home, did some work, then went to the gym. But
Okay.
definitely plan on playing afterwards.
Nice. Yeah, I'd like to sneak in a couple games with you if we have time.
Yeah.
And what's also crazy today, before we get into other stuff, is that the Xbox Live servers were down while you were at work and leaving work.
Yeah, I saw the text messages and I saw the tweet. The tweets come to my phone so late, like compared to when they're actually posted. I don't know
Really?
why.
I don't know if
Yeah,
I
like
noticed that.
I got that tweet come up as a notification on my phone 5 hours after they posted it.
You know, I get that from, I think, I don't know how your Twitter is set up, but I
Hmm.
get notifications when PUBG tweets, so I get them right away. But a lot of times I'll get a notification from Twitter that like one of our friends has tweeted, and it's like 5 hours later, and I have no idea why. So maybe that's what's happening, because I know you're not like
Yeah,
huge on Twitter, so like you don't use
yeah,
it all the
maybe
time.
that's it.
So maybe it's just like telling you something, a big tweet happened. I think that's why,
Mhm.
because they're saying like this tweet has a lot of responses or has been viewed a lot, so then they're sending it to your phone. But if you
Yeah,
have notifications on, it should be going like right away. But I just do it because for the YouTube page, I like to know when they tweet like right away in case there's like breaking news, PUBG news or video
yeah.
game news. You know?
I mean that makes sense 100%.
Yeah.
So the ready up issue is only unique to Xbox?
Well, no one answered me, but I don't know. They didn't say whether it's unique to Xbox or if they just haven't fixed it on PlayStation yet. So I in the video I said hey, or in the and down in the comments I was like, hey, if this is happening on PlayStation, let us know. I'm interested. And no one responded to that. I don't think so. I'm not sure, and
Hmm.
we'd have to ask somebody on PlayStation that would know. You know what I mean? I'll ask somebody in the stream. I'm not really
Yeah,
sure. Because on Xbox, it's a disaster, or it was at
yeah, I
least.
know it is a disaster. I can't believe it would be kind of weird that it's only on Xbox and not PlayStation, but go figure.
Yeah, who knows? Who really knows? It's hard to say. But it did just say here Xbox only. And something that was crazy that happened because of the servers. You know what's so weird, man? Good timing for me, honestly. Was kind of huge for the stream today. I put out this video, which I'm going to get to in a second, the holiday poem video. I was working on it yesterday and this morning, and I finished it early. I posted it at 11 a.m. And normally I go live at around 1 p.m. Sometimes I even push it and I'll start at 2 p.m. depending if I want to go to like 5 or 6 or whatever time frame. I like to switch it up sometimes. And I've also been
Hmm.
doing some night streams, as you know, and stuff. So
Yeah.
I was ready early and I ate lunch early. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just go live right now. It's 12:30. So I started playing, and then at like 1 o'clock, 1:30, all these people started coming into the stream being like, how are you playing? I can't get on Xbox, all this stuff. And then I have a video about my Xbox breaking. My original Xbox stopped working and it wouldn't turn on. And that video received like an influx of views. It was getting like thousands and thousands and thousands of extra views. And then I noticed all these people were coming into the stream and on Mixer and stuff like that. And I got so many followers because nobody could play. And they're like, hey, I'm at least going to watch because I can't play. It was so funny. People were saying all this hilarious stuff. And I got a lot of followers today. Because
Oh, really? Did
yeah,
you
and I
get a
guess
lot of subscribers too? And
yeah, because I guess
that's too funny.
I guess since I was already on, that happens a lot. Like when you're already on, you stay on. But if you like, if
Yeah.
I were to like leave or turn my Xbox off, I wouldn't have been able to get back on. And it seemed like people were having issues. Like it resolved around like 3 or 4 o'clock, but people still had issues until like 5 or 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time today.
Oh yeah, you jumped up like 20 subscribers since this morning.
Yeah, and then on Mixer,
Oh, nice.
I got like another 20 subscribers, which is really rare because I only have like 100 subscribers on Mixers. So to get like
That's
now I'm
cool.
at like 130. So I was like, oh, that's crazy. Just out of the blue, like all these people were watching.
Yeah, it's
You know what happened too? I was in a hype zone. I got hype zone and there was 21 people left and everyone was laughing. Nobody was broadcasting on Xbox. So
oh my god.
I got the hype zone with 21 people left. I'm like, I'm like,
What a
like, all
joke.
right, you guys better get your blankets and like popcorn ready, dude, because it's gonna be a while. Because I was like
That's
laying in a
hilarious.
bush. Yeah, on
You're
Vikendi.
laying in a bush and all of a sudden hype zone comes, you're like, oh, this is embarrassing.
Yeah,
You're like, oh man.
yeah, it was honestly hilarious. And
That's cool though. It's kind of funny how that
yeah,
capitalized off of that.
yeah, it's total luck, man. I mean, that's, you know what's crazy is, dude, I was just talking about this too, is like doing anything, I guess, in life that's, you know, media based. Like if you're doing
Hmm.
anything, I mean, for me, the YouTube page, making a video, like I say, man, there's sometimes where I spend so much time on a video. I tweet it out. I try to do like
Hmm.
some social media stuff. I spend so much time wording it and then like no views. And then sometimes I just put out like the dumbest video, you know, like something about PUBG and I'm just like rambling and that video gets like thousands and thousands of views and I don't even think about it. And that's kind of, it's so random how that stuff works. So like,
Yeah. But I mean, it's literally anything in life. It's just consistency though, because it's like today,
Yeah.
If you weren't streaming, you wouldn't have gotten people to
That's a good point, man.
follow you.
That's a good point because I'm doing it like regularly. Then I get like rewarded with some kind of like I showed up, you know, and like I
Yeah,
was there. So
exactly. And I
that's
think
true.
that's a lot of it for sure because even with like what I do for work and like I do a lot of coding, if I just didn't keep, trying or being consistent or consistently trying, you wouldn't get better. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
then after a while you figure things out and you move on to more complex things. It's very similar to
Yeah, that's a really
everything in
yeah
life,
yeah that's a good point. It's a good way to look at it. Yeah, and then sometimes things stick and sometimes things don't work, and you just keep doing it.
I mean, if you just like sometimes when I used to do like MMA and jujitsu, it was always just like as long as you showed up and you put time in, it doesn't matter how well you performed, like you showed up
Yeah.
and
That's a good way to
sometimes
look
it's
at it.
you know
I don't really look at it that way, so I think I should look at it like that more. I mean, I look at it as like
yeah
I'm putting the work in, but I look at it more like sometimes it's like it's all things. It's like preparation, skill, a little bit of luck, timing. Sometimes it's random. So there's so many
yeah
factors into that.
oh yeah 100%. I mean, even with the podcast, we just keep putting them out there.
Yeah,
People start to listen and stuff like that.
yeah, for sure.
So start listening, people,
Yeah, keep listening.
or keep listening.
Yeah, keep
But
listening. Keep listening.
yeah, I mean, dude, that's where I've been the last 4 days too. I just kind of like I get home and I bought some like online course stuff from Udemy.
Oh, I've never
I
heard of
don't know
it.
if you've ever heard it.
No.
It's like you can do anything on it. I mean, maybe you should look at it, like video editing. I think they have video editing. I'm like Googling. Yeah, they have video editing, picture editing courses, and it's like $10 for a course. Like you Premiere Pro, CC Fast Track to video editing, and Premiere Pro. Like, I mean, they have a whole bunch for $10. You have like a 40 hours, or
Wow.
some of them are
Yeah.
40 hours, some are 10
Okay.
hours.
Hmm.
And that's what I've been doing. I've been trying. I bought 2 courses, so I was like, I should do these when I get home instead of just hopping on PUBG, try to like better myself a little bit. And I
Yeah.
find it interesting. So
No, it's a good move,
you
man.
know, yeah. I mean, if anyone wants to do that stuff, it's all on the web. It's amazing what you can find on YouTube too. For
Yeah.
free.
Yeah, for sure.
But for $10, it's very structured. So I mean,
Yeah. No, that's a great idea, man. That's honestly great. And I go through moments like that, like not all the time. I should do it more, but like where I try to step up a little bit of like my learning and like video editing and doing stuff like that. I sometimes just pick days and like even yesterday editing this video that I put out, I spent a little bit more time, and it's just not that it's like the best. It's not even like an amazingly edited video,
mhm.
but like I learned doing some things because so many times where I'm just trying to rush and get like a video out, and not that
Yeah,
I'm like half-assing it or anything like that, but there's just a lot of times these updates are like stuff like that is kind of time sensitive, so you want to get out as quick as possible. And the other times I like to kind of sit and like learn along the way. But I definitely want,
yeah,
one of the issues is I want to get Adobe Premiere. I don't use that system, and then
yeah,
buy that class or something, because that's like, we were talking about this I think last
yeah,
podcast,
yeah. I
like
was gonna
that's what
say.
everybody uses.
Yeah,
So
actually, it's funny because I'm looking and it says Adobe Premiere Pro CC complete a video editing project, and there's like 20 classes on here, and some are like 6.5 hours, 4 hours for like $10. So
yeah, that's like really nothing. That's not bad.
yeah,
And like you
like
said,
it's
there's
so
a ton of
easy.
stuff on YouTube too. But what's nice is when you buy something like that, it's like you kind of
Yeah,
commit to like using it, because on YouTube people always go like, oh, you could just learn it on YouTube, but then you don't sit there. But when you spend a little bit of money on it, it kind of forces you to be like, okay, I already spent money on it. Let me listen to this whole thing now.
yeah, 100%. And also, I bought like a C++ class on here, and I was having an issue with something, and I like commented, and the guy that runs the class like literally got back to me in
Oh,
an
no
hour.
way. Oh, that's
Yeah, I was so
fantastic.
surprised. I was like,
Yeah,
no way. I was like, no way that guy
we can curse
answered
on the
me. And
you can
like
curse on
we
the
were going
podcast.
back and forth trying to fix the problem for like a couple, like for almost a day, and he was like very responsive the whole
Oh
time.
wow. And something about, unfortunately, about YouTube is, for the most part, if you comment on a YouTube video, even like educational, the odds of you getting a response
Yeah.
is like really low.
Oh, very slim to none. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, for $10, you're getting someone that pays attention. They want like good ratings, and they probably make a ton of money off of these things. To be honest with you, because so many people probably take them.
Yeah.
And we
Yeah,
are
yeah, no,
nowhere
it's,
affiliated with Udemy, by the way. This isn't a plugin, but if Udemy wants to sponsor us,
yeah, sponsor.
I wouldn't hate it.
Yeah. Yeah, I
But yeah,
was,
there's a bunch of resources. So
that's cool, man. I'll have to how do you spell it again? UD?
Udemy, and there's also like other ones like Coursera. There's like a bunch.
Okay.
You
I've
can probably
definitely
do
heard
the
of a
typing
company
while
like
I'm
this
at it.
before, but I haven't heard of this one, I don't think.
Yeah, it's I've been using it for a while. there's some good courses, you know. I mean, it's cheap, and I have like I think I paid, yeah, Coursera is another one. They have video editing. So if anyone's out there that likes to do this stuff and you want to learn, or like you want to maybe go to school for it, definitely check these out. It's
Yeah, it's
cheap.
smart, man. It's good, but it's like the main message is that you should always just try to keep learning new stuff. And like you said,
Yeah.
dude, I was saying this before the other day, and I don't mean any disrespect to anybody, but you know, I see a lot of people out there in the stream that when I'm streaming and stuff like that, like people put some serious hours into video games, and I've been there. But sometimes you gotta like balance it out, make sure you guys are doing other things because it's so easy to get like. Even the other day, man, I ended up streaming for 5.5 hours the other day. I didn't plan on playing, but it's so easy to get like sucked into the games that you got to make sure that you're kind of balancing yourself out with some other stuff and make sure you guys are. I don't know. It's easy.
Yeah.
If you get what I'm saying, you know what I'm talking
Oh,
about.
100%. Yeah, I do the same thing. Actually, it's funny because you were talking about it in the stream, and I was like, oh, I do that all the time. But then this week I was trying to not do that. So
Yeah. But
just trying to,
obviously,
like,
everyone deserves to come home and relax and game. We're not saying that.
Oh, definitely. I mean, actually, I doing these courses like makes me feel amped up at night. Like I wake up in the middle of the night thinking in like weird context.
Oh, really?
But then like PUBG, I'll like put me like I can go to bed and I'm relaxed now. Sometimes I don't go right to bed,
Yeah.
but yeah.
No, for sure. Now that we've been playing PUBG longer, I don't have. When we first started playing PUBG, it used to
So stressed all the time.
amp me up because I was like trying so hard. But now that we understand the game more, I don't really feel that way anymore about it. I don't know about you.
I'm a little bit more relaxed now,
Yeah, same.
but
Still tough though.
yeah. So we went off topic from that hotfix completely, but
No, it's cool. That was a good little kind of sidetrack. But bringing it back to it, I kind of want to go over this video really fast, just in case anybody's most people that are listening to the podcast probably already saw the video, and it's just something stupid, but it just made me laugh. I don't know if you saw it, but I made this post about me reading the poem that I
watched
won.
that.
Okay, yeah, it just made me laugh. It was honestly one of the dumbest things I've ever made, but it made me laugh, and I got some funny comments on there, and actually some PUBG YouTubers commented on that, and they're both had bigger channels than I do, so
Really?
yeah, I thought that was cool, and I was hoping to get some love from like PUBG or something about it, but I tweeted at them and stuff, but nobody I thought it would be awesome if someone like retweeted it, but I don't know. I even had my PUBG hat in the table, show like that I was in support of PUBG. But we'll see.
Yeah, I mean it was definitely really funny. I was watching it, and I was like, oh my god, that voice is like not English.
Oh, it was horrific, but I think it added to like the ridiculous nature of it. But
it was creeping me out. I was like, oh my god.
I don't know what. Listening back to it, I don't know what it was. It's like half. Yeah.
I was like, oh my god. I was like, this is just creepy.
Yeah, I don't think I ever admitted to being or proclaimed that I was like I'm not good with voices, man. I can only do one voice, and it's like a southern accent, and at that, it's not even that good. But
Hello, governor.
I'm not a very good impressionist with voices, but it made me laugh. It was just stupid, and I don't think I Googled it. I think I'm the only person that posted a video about the PUBG Holiday Poem Event, and I don't even think many people really like care or know about it. But I just like this kind of stuff, man. I don't know why, but I always love filling out like forms to win things, and like you never know what's gonna happen. And this totally proves it. Like it's stupid, but I still, not that it's stupid, but it's silly and whatever. So we'll see.
I get it, man. And also, I just think about the time we went to that benefit thing, and you and your girlfriend won the
the heater,
the outdoor space heater and you have guys live in an apartment.
Oh yeah, that's so funny. I guess we should just really quickly tell that story. So we were at a benefit where you put in like raffle tickets, and you in a bag. So say you see an item, there was a bike, right? Everybody wants a bicycle, a free bike. So then people, you pay money for the raffle tickets, and then you put the raffle tickets in the bag. And obviously the more raffle tickets you put in the bag, the better chance you have of winning it. And at the end of the night, they take from the bag, they pull out one number, and that whoever's number that is gets the gift. In this case, it was a bike. So there was like 20 or 30 gifts, and I was jokingly putting a lot of them in a space heater because it was like a giant heater that you'd put in your backyard. But because we don't have a backyard, I live in an apartment, so we were like, how funny would it be if we just won this? And it was one of the biggest prizes of the night. It's probably worth like $300 or $400, right? Would you say maybe $250 or something like that? At least?
Oh yeah, they're pretty expensive.
Yeah, it's a pretty expensive prize, and we only spent $20 on raffle tickets in total, and it was the last or second to last prize to be given out on the night, and we ended up winning that prize. And I like called it. I mean, it's just like one of those things. Like, you never, if you don't put the money in, you're never gonna win. And it kind of just adds a little like spice. It creates like a story, you know. And if people think the video is stupid or whatever, that's fine. It is kind of stupid, but I just wanted to do it for fun. And you never know. Again, this video could just get 100 views and no one will ever watch it. Or next year, could become my next Thailand ice cream video, and it could have 1 million views. You really don't know.
Thailand ice cream video.
Because even the video of me breaking my Xbox, again, probably one of the dumber videos I've ever made. And when I first posted it, it had like 50 views. I'm like, dude, I spent so much time. I've recorded so many angles. I broke my power brick with a hammer. I recorded myself coming home from work to find my Xbox not working. And then a year later, that video has 110,000 views on YouTube. So it's like...
Yeah. That was your Casey Neistat phase.
yeah, it was. Actually, I don't like, I mean, I always will respect Casey Neistat, but I don't watch his videos anymore, and I don't really like him as much as I used to. But
yeah,
from an artist perspective, that's like the lamest thing I've ever said. He really is insane, though. Like, editing and the way he films and stuff is really cool. But that's a story for another day.
Yeah.
Shout out to Casey.
But it was a great video. I think it'll catch on a little bit. Just take some time.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, maybe someone at PUBG will notice it and something like that.
Keep tweeting at Brendan Green. That'd be funny.
Yeah, I'll just but we haven't received like the gift yet, the awards or the whatever you want to call it. So if I don't get it this week, then I'll tweet at them again and be like, "Where's my reward?" And I'll
yeah, I wrote this hard ass poem, bro.
Yeah, I'm a straight savage. I'm a poet, and I didn't even know it.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna ask if you had our friend John write that one.
No, I literally stayed up one night like for an hour writing that poem. Legit, I'm not even gonna lie. Like I saw the post and I was like, I was like probably one of the first people to post because I saw it like right before I was going to bed. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to post right away so I don't forget about it. And maybe if I post like early. And so I stayed up like an extra hour and I posted it. And what was messed up is everyone in the thread was just downvoting everybody. And so when you get downvoted on Reddit, your post doesn't show up. And I'm like, this is so rude that everybody does this. But then I went back later and every single person's post was downvoted. Like everyone was just downvoting each other, which is so childish that people would do that. But it is what it is. But they must have went through every post, and on Reddit there was like
probably did.
Yeah, I think there was like at least like 50 posts on Reddit, and then on the actual PUBG forum there was like pages and pages of like poem posts. So there was a decent amount of posts that people made.
They probably just disregarded the
I think
upvoting and just were like,
I think they did. They just went off at themselves.
People are lame, man.
Yeah, and Reddit is like that too. And before we move on, just say that like Reddit is one of those things where like I've like posted on Reddit and people just flame you, or they're like, we're deleting this. Like I've had like moderators on Reddit who like get so mad because you like didn't follow like a text guideline or formatting guideline, and then other times like you post something on Reddit and like it just takes off, and like it's so random how people respond to like social media things and posts and stuff like that. It's really
that's why I just try to stay away from Reddit, to be completely honest. It just would like infuriate me.
Yeah, I have a love-hate relationship with Reddit. I hate the mindset of like Reddit and some of the stuff like that, but it is kind of a good forum to like look up information and to like share like thoughts and stuff like that. And like for PUBG, it's like I like using it more than the official PUBG Reddit, but everyone just complains on there, and it's like it's kind of annoying. But that's every gaming Reddit. People just complain and complain and complain and complain about all the updates and stuff, which I guess kind of we can go back to the updates and talk a little bit more about that. Back to PUBG.
You're just swinging around here,
yeah,
man.
Sorry, man. Bringing around town.
No, that's okay.
So we went over the hotfix. So we should talk about the Vikendi update, which isn't coming now. This is just a post that was made for PC. They had a dev letter, which is a development letter for Vikendi item spawn rebalance, again for PC. So we're not going to see this on console for probably another month or something like that. It says here that this was applied to the test servers on 1/22, so January 22nd, so last week. And what were some of the things you noticed? You said
so it looks like the DMRs are dropping by 16%, which is I mean so they're raising the AR, the Bison is in, and they're lowering Tommy guns by 52%. So upping the ARs by 20%, adding the Bison,
which makes
just
sense
in general. and then
Yeah.
lowering the Tommy gun, because the Tommy gun, you walk into a room and there's 20 of them, but then lowering the DMRs by 16%.
They're already impossible to find.
Yeah.
You rarely
So
find
weird.
a DMR on Vikendi. It's more rare than the
SLR,
snipers.
I don't think I've picked up a single SKS or Mini 14.
Or how about there are more Mini 14s on Vikendi, and I've only seen one, and I thought it was like a glitch or something. I've seen one.
Oh, there are. Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Right.
That's how little you see them.
Yeah, I haven't seen a single. I mean, maybe I've seen one SKS, but I don't think I even had my hands on it. I've picked up the SLR maybe once.
Yeah, I've seen a couple SKSs and SLRs, but not many.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
that's so weird. I don't know why that. But then it looks like they're increasing the 4x scopes.
Oh, are they?
Level 3 helmets.
I was gonna say
it's increased 4x scopes.
Oh yeah, I feel like I don't see a ton of 4x. You know what? Like, there's a ton of is sniper like attachments. There's like too many sniper attachments. I always see like so many of them, suppressors and even sniper compensators. There's a ton of those.
Yeah.
On the map. And then also going down, they have the helmet changes now. The level 3 helmets are dropping by almost 50%.
Yeah, and then also the level 3 body armor by 36%.
Which the armor kind of makes sense because there's level 3 armor like everywhere, but the helmets are already pretty rare for the most part.
I know. I don't like what they're doing with that. It's kind of weird. So they have this chart here, and it's saying we've also received feedback that we should increase the spawn rate of high-powered scopes. However, especially with the increase in ARs, we'd like to keep the rate of high-powered scopes where they are for now. As an alternative, we've increased the spawn rate of 4x scopes spawns to improve medium-range combat situations while not warping the map's focus in short-range fights. So basically, they're just saying they're adding some 4x scopes to this and not changing anything else.
But adding more 4x does make the game long distance. So yeah. I don't know.
I'd prefer 4x over an 8x. That's my opinion, but
no, I know. I think a lot of people kind of agree with that. A lot of people love the 4x.
It looks like they're also increasing the 2x and the 3x, if I'm looking at this chart correctly. So they have like a dark color representing the current, and then they have a lighter shade, I guess, of where it's going. I don't know. We could post a link in the video afterwards.
Yeah. No, well, I'll actually show it during this part if you're on YouTube. I'm looking at it right now. Is that what it is? Is the solid color supposed to be where it's at, and then the lighter color?
I guess they don't really explain that.
Let me see.
Indicator on scopes acquired in the first circle per map, 1224.
Oh no, there's an item. The bold bar is drop rate,
graph.
and light bar is pickup rate.
What does that mean?
So like how often they're getting picked up versus like when you see one on the ground or something. But I don't know how they're
pickup rate.
Well, because the red dot is filled in, so like most of the time you see a red dot, you're gonna pick it up. But not everyone picks up a holographic site, so that one's not very filled in. And then the 2x and 3x have a little bit of filled in area, and then like the 6x and 8x are almost always picked up as well. So you can kind of see.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I guess that's how it works, but whatever. It's kind of just a weird.
Huh.
I can't believe how Miramar is too. Kind of weird scope stuff here.
Yeah, I don't really understand this graph. I need to look at it more when we're not like on the podcast because it's hard. No worries. No, I mean it's kind of hard to kind of figure out what they were doing.
What's going on with this?
Yeah, there's a lot of information here, and I have to credit PUBG. So, someone made a joke on the Reddit that sometimes, like when people complain on Reddit, and then they come out with these really complicated posts. And someone wrote a post one time. He's like, I think they're just coming out with these posts to show us, like, to tell us to shut the f up, and that it's so complicated. Because like sometimes the way that PUBG does it is so complicated. And even some of their text posts, I was reading it, and it like wasn't written like in correct like grammar, like the flow of the sentence wasn't right, and I wasn't sure if like if it was like translated or something. Like I don't want to assume this because it sounds maybe like disrespectful, but I know a lot of this stuff is done out of Korea. I wasn't sure if like maybe they said like say this and then like but in English and then like they're like translating because it did not flow like a proper sentence like that you would say in English or even type out in like a formal way. So yeah. I wonder if like there's some kind of stuff like that, but it's kind of off topic too. Sorry for even mentioning
I mean it makes sense. I just don't understand these graphs at all, and because drop rate, that means because if it's bold and it's a drop rate, we can get off this topic. But if it's bold and it's a drop rate, that means how much the item spawns, and then the light bar is how much often the item gets picked up. So items get picked up more often than they drop.
Oh yeah, true. It should be the other way around if that would make sense.
But is that I guess including if you drop it and someone else picks it up as a pickup rate?
Oh, true. I thought drop meant like drop like spawn, but maybe they meant drop like
I don't
dropping
know.
for another
I
weapon.
don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
I would never show a graph like this. This is like data analysis visualization 101. These are crap graphs.
Yeah, why would you feel
C- PUBG on this one.
Yeah,
Come on.
It doesn't make sense that they would put a graph on top of a graph and just shade it that way. It's very hard to see.
Yeah, I mean, if it was like this is the ratio, like it was a rate, like a portion of the total graph, it makes sense. But this is stupid. Let's just move on.
Yeah, we'll move on. So we went over.
Ready up.
Yeah, fix your dang ready up bug.
Yeah, drawing graphs.
So they're decreasing level 3 helmets, and then they're increasing backpacks, which to me is fine because sometimes it is hard to find a backpack. And speaking of that, they actually are dropping the sniper rifle attachments by 40%, at least the muzzle and the magazine, which is what I mentioned. So that's a pretty big decrease. And then if we scroll all the way down here, I think that was basic. Yeah, pretty much it. But the thing is that the Tommy gun to me by 50% isn't as offensive as like how many micro Uzis are on the map. I kind of like the Tommy gun being on Vikendi, but it is what it is. I don't really mind.
Yeah, there are a lot of micro Uzis as well. I see why they're dropping the muzzle and magazine. I feel like I've seen a million of the sniper muzzle magazines, and I can never find a sniper rifle.
Same. Yeah, always. I've never seen more sniper. I've never seen more sniper magazines ever than playing on Vikendi. There's so many of them everywhere.
Yeah, it's so useless too. You can't find a sniper.
Yeah, what I don't get is follow me through this. So I'm kind of confused. So if you they are kind of rare on Vikendi, the extended quick draw AR magazine. Okay, so the extended quick draw, but like you can put those in a sniper rifle. Yeah. Okay, so
a DMR, not a sniper rifle.
Okay, true. You can only put them in a DMR.
But keep going. Your point is, I mean,
yeah, it's just weird because for example, like the snipers have their own clip or magazine, but it works for a sniper or a DMR. Like you can put the sniper clip in on a Mini 14, but the extended quick draw sniper mag only can be found in a care package, but like. You can still put an extended quick draw magazine on a DMR, and the extended quick draw magazine doesn't really matter when you're using a single shot rifle. I mean, I'm sure it does because you can reload a little faster, but for the most part, like you're getting a lot of one shot kills, perhaps,
Yeah.
And so it's just kind of weird because they're making it like a crate item, but then you can just sneak an AR one into a DMR. So the system to me is kind of like messed up, but I guess because you're right, it only works on the DMRs.
Yeah, but I mean, let's be honest. Do you really like how much faster is it really reloading? And you're reloading a sniper rifle, like you're not that's not like a pinch situation gun.
No.
You need to reload fast. You're like, oh no. Like
I guess that's sort of what I'm saying. Like, so then, like, why is that even? Yeah, why is the sniper rifle extended DMR thing? I mean, extended quick draw even in a crate weapon? Like, it should be something else. If anything, like the extended quick draw for the AR should be one of the more rare items. Everybody wants that, and it gives you such a bigger clip size.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good point. I never thought of that. I just thought it was stupid in general that they're gonna put a magazine in the crate. I was like, what a waste.
Yeah, but I feel like the extended quick draw magazine it's kind of rare in Vikendi, and it kind of works out. Like I don't always have one on Vikendi when I'm playing.
Sandhawk, you find them left and right.
Oh, they're everywhere. If you don't have one, you're like an idiot. If you're going into a battle without one.
Yeah. And I think that's like, I mean, as long as it spawns a lot or a little, like it doesn't matter. It's fair. You know what I mean? Like
that's
it's
true.
not.
That's true. At the end of the day, whatever they do, it's for everyone has the same chances of finding it.
Yeah,
so it's true.
I just think putting it but yeah, your point is valid though. Like, why would you put an extended quick draw magazine in of a first sniper rifle in the care package? It just seems like kind of like I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, just
Like,
random.
if you I wouldn't notice the difference between a quick draw extended mag or the extended quick draw, because I'm not firing a sniper rifle like I am an AR. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not unloading it.
For sure, but you definitely notice when you have like 40 or 45 rounds versus like 30 rounds in an AR.
Like,
it's
you
like
get
such a
two
big
more
difference.
bullets, I think, in an M24 with an extended
True,
magazine.
you don't even really notice that because you're not rapid firing 5 shots at somebody with an M24.
Yeah, and then I mean, you're gonna taking your time to reload. Like I said, like you're not in a rush.
Usually, yeah.
If you're in a rush, you're pulling out an AR.
Yeah, for sure, for the most
or
part.
An SMG, for the most part.
Unless you're just going for like the stylistic kill, or you just like sniping that bunch or something.
Yeah, you're trying to hurry before a guy gets behind cover. I mean, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
I guess it depends on your style of play for the most part, but I agree. Some weird things. Just stick to breaking the game, PUBG.
It's just little things. I mean, just little things to kind of bullshit about while we're talking on the podcast. But just something I was thinking about today when I was like using the different weapons and like extended ARs. And I got a couple crates today while I was playing. So I was just thinking about that.
Oh, really? You got some crates today?
Yeah, it was crazy is, dude, you know, I know everyone has their moments of complaining and like something happens and when they're gaming, whatever. But today was one of the craziest things ever. I sniped some dude. He went for the crate and I saw him. And I was like, oh, I got this guy. I had like an 8-time scope or a 4-time scope on my Car 98. I was like fully loaded, both my guns. And I'm like, oh, this guy's dead. Like, it's totally going to take him out. So I line up the shot right at his head. I guess I missed his head, but it must have hit him in the back of the neck or something. And so then I'm like, okay, he has the level 3 helmet already, so like that must have not done too much damage. Then he didn't know where I was, so he laid down the other side of the crate like within a second, and I shot him again, second time. Then he got up and he ran to a tree, and I hit him a third time, like blood splatter. Everybody saw it on stream, and people were going nuts, dude. Like, what is this guy wearing? Level 6 armor? And then I ran over to him, and obviously by this point he had time to at least get off like a med kit, maybe, I mean a first aid kit, or maybe some painkillers. And then I literally shot him again with the sniper rifle, and then I ran up to him and I hit him with the assault rifle and he almost killed me. And I was like, all right, what is like happening? Was it a desync? Did I not hit him? But then I ended up getting that crate, and then I went over and I found 2 more crates, so I was like fully loaded with crate weapons, and I had the Groza and like all this stuff. But it was, and I ended up getting like top 4. But I just don't. Yeah, I've just been having bad luck with the sniper rifles, especially the Car 98, and it's like frustrating to me. I feel like the bullets like don't exist sometimes with the sniper. They just aren't like working right.
It's frustrating. Nerf it, did they?
No, somebody commented on my YouTube page saying that they increased the time to kill in PUBG, like people have more health. But I looked around and I didn't see anything about that. I've never heard that before.
I don't know. There's times where I don't believe that at all.
What do you mean?
Like,
because you die so fast?
Yeah, there's been like I got shot. I had a Tommy gun and a guy shot me with maybe the Deagle, I guess it was. But I got shot twice and I was dead, and I'm lighting him up with a Tommy gun. I'm like, they're taking the same caliber bullets.
What gun are you talking about? There's no Deagle. Like do you mean like the big revolver pistol?
The bigger, no, isn't that a Desert Eagle? The silver one with the 45 caliber.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't think so.
Whatever. He shot me with a 45 caliber one from what
45 caliber pistol. Let me look it up.
Yeah, I'm shooting with a Tommy gun, which takes the same bullets but fires at a much higher rate.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what that is.
He knocked me.
Oh, it's the P1911 shoots the 45 rounds.
Okay,
that's what it is. It's a big silver pistol. I know what you're saying though. It's a big silver pistol.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I guess he could have hit you in the head, but like still sometimes. Yeah, I don't know, man. Usually it takes a pretty long time. It takes more than 2 shots to kill somebody with a pistol.
Yeah, I think I don't know.
Yeah, it says here that the damage is only 35, and I guess he must have hit you in the head or something. I don't know.
I guess. I think I was full health. I don't know.
Yeah.
Weird things happen in PUBG all the time. It's unexplainable.
No, for sure. There's moments where I die like instantly, and I look, and the guy didn't get like it like pops up that I like didn't get killed by a headshot. And I'm like, I don't get how that happened then, like how he killed me so fast. And I've definitely, for the first time, you know, people have complained about lag and desync. For the first time, I've been seeing some legit desync, and it's been in my favor actually. Like where I'll like shoot at somebody, and I'll peek behind the bush, and then like or a wall, whatever, a tree, and then the guy dies like pretty late after, or like says like I got a really late knocked delay, and I'm like, what the heck, So they're definitely struggling with some of those issues since that update. That's
Yeah,
for
I
sure.
think that's definitely seeing it. I mean, we played a Vikendi the one night when we got a chicken dinner. I think it was the night we got 2 chicken dinners. The one guy, last team, like in the final circle, was us and like 4 of us and 2 other people, so 6 people total. And like the one guy like moved 10 feet instantly. I was like,
Oh, that happened to me today, dude. A
I was
guy,
like,
I was shooting at this guy, and I was like, oh man, I missed him. But then I hit him. He was laying down, easy kill, but I didn't have a sniper. So I hit him one time with like the barrel on a single
yeah,
fire, and then he got up, and I'm like, oh shit, I got to try my best to clean him up now. And he literally just skipped 10 feet. And I'm like, well, there you go. There goes my chance. Because then he was like behind a rock, and I'm like, he like teleported. It was crazy.
yeah, I
So,
don't get it. And it's not like a lot of people left, so I don't understand why they're just having issues of lag at that point.
yeah, I guess it's a little bit of both. I mean, it's PUBG issue. Lag does happen, but PUBG's definitely having some problems.
Yeah. And I mean, I was thinking about this a little bit more today, or maybe someone was talking to about it. Like battle royales in general, like PUBG, Fortnite, these are like the first of their kind, and like you know, what's the other one? DayZ, no.
Yeah, well, Daisy,
H1Z1, H1Z1,
yeah,
and like all this stuff, like they're the first of their kind. So I think like in the next like year or so, we'll see these things really be clean. Like, and I think Fortnite plays well because there's nothing intensive going on with the graphics at all.
yeah,
So it's fairly like simple. So they're able to focus on like, even when you have just simple uh graphics, it's less strain on your bandwidth. You know what I mean? There's less upload and download times.
oh for
You know what I
sure,
mean? There's a
yeah,
lot of different things. Like there's less data going up and down. Um, you know what I mean? Like PUBG's like putting a bullet hole in a tree for someone that's 2 miles away from you. You know what I mean? Like there's just a lot less. So the lag isn't bad, but like I think in the next couple of years we'll see like PUBG, if it's still PUBG or a different game, be like way more perfected as our technology kind of like gets
yeah.
better and the coding practices get better.
Yeah, it would just be interesting to see because PUBG is trying to add so much stuff now. You can see like I'm sure they have a lot of stuff in their pipeline, and this new
Mm,
winter update was pretty big. If you think
yeah.
about it, and like they're also trying to like backtrack all their coding, and then people want them to add like night mode and all these things, and then like god dang, I mean they need to. They're literally there's like that saying we've definitely mentioned this before. Like they're literally just trying to build a plane that's like already flying or fix a plane that's in air and they can't land it.
Mm,
It's because the game's already up and running. So hopefully they
yeah.
can do that stuff, man.
Yeah, I agree. It's definitely yeah. It's like they're trying to build a landing gear on the plane as it's coming in.
Yeah,
Um, it's definitely like that for sure. And I have to give them credit. They're doing a better job every time.
for sure. Yeah,
I think about when we first played this game, how trash it was.
but still so much fun. But yeah, and so
Yeah.
basic. One map, not a lot of stuff, and like you just played the game. And that was it.
Yeah. And that was and I mean, it's still very playable now, and there's a lot less issues. I was thinking about like the fact that like Vikendi honestly could be less graphically intense than other maps, but I don't know if that's true. That's just a theory because like the snow, like it's not rendering like the grass like Erangel has like the grass and all that crap.
True. Like
But
there's
I
so
don't.
much,
That's
but I don't know because there's so much texture in PUBG. I mean, in Vikendi, there's so many trees and things like that when you're moving that are
yeah.
loading.
That's
But
where
you're
it
right.
makes up. Yeah, that's where I was kind of like, that could be wrong because maybe just because it's rendering white for a lot of it, but then like, and you have a lot of trees.
No,
But
you could have a point because it's like one texture being loaded like
yeah,
everywhere.
maybe.
I don't know.
I
I
don't
really
know.
don't know how that works. That's an interesting point though.
It was a theory while I was driving to work the other day. I was like, wait
But you know
a
what?
minute.
I say this that it's definitely for the most part, unless you have an OG Xbox, the OG Xbox people it's brutal. But for us, elite One X users,
Yes.
everything's like
Higher
loaded in.
class.
Like you can see things really far away, like in the distance, and you can
Yeah.
see people really far away if you have like an A-time scope.
Yeah. And I think that's because they're coding it themselves and it's not the
Yeah,
stuff that they were using before.
yeah, exactly. But it was fun. I played with our buddy Box of Ducks, who was on the podcast on the 9th episode, and he has the OG Xbox, and he did the takeoff thing. Were you watching when that happened? It was so funny.
Yeah, I did watch it. It was so funny. Yeah.
It really didn't. It didn't make any sense because to me that seems like a clipping issue because like when you see people who are flying on Vikendi, when they go up towards a mountain, they continue to go higher. So it looks like the clipping is off. Like it's almost rendering that the mountain is higher than it is. But literally to enable this glitch to happen, he literally said he just needed to go fast and he was speeding down a highway and then he took off. Like that doesn't make any sense to me because I'm pretty familiar with like game clipping because that's how you used to like glitch in Halo and use super bounces and find cracks in the wall to get outside the map. So like I don't know how speed in a car would like send you flying. It just doesn't.
That's like loading. It's just not loading for him. But it sends all of us flying.
Oh, I guess you're right because he's going so fast that the road in front of him isn't loading, and then it glitches out and he takes off. Maybe that.
Yeah, but I don't understand why it flies for the rest of us.
Well, because it's his car, I guess. I guess
I don't know, man, but it's hilarious. Like when I'm on the snowmobile with him, and we just go off a cliff like ET style, or just float over a bridge. It's like so ridiculous.
Dude, my favorite still is going through whole buildings though. When someone on the old Xbox is driving and you're on the new Xbox and you just you're like, dude, there's a building, and then you just go right through it.
And the worst is when you don't make it through and you just explode.
Yeah.
Like a couple of times where the window's like, let's go loot their shit.
Dude, that is just too funny, man.
What was another there was another time when we were on Miramar, I think Wendell was driving and we went through that whole mountain.
Oh yeah. I had that clip. It was on Instagram. We drove through a whole mountain.
He's like, what are you talking about?
Oh man. We were like left, and he literally just went into the rock and we went all the way through it. All the way through the mountain. Oh, that was hilarious.
Sometimes PUBG, like the brokenness of it is so funny, man. I wonder if like when your car is flying, if it's flying to other people not on your squad.
Oh, it is. People were posting pictures on Reddit all the time of them like they're like running through it. They're like running through a field and then a car is just like flying over them.
I gotta find videos of that. That's hilarious. Because it's just like Matt was saying, he was flying with. I had to like go. My dad had just got home, and I was like talking to him for a minute, and Matt was driving someplace. And he said he was flying and someone shot at us and like took out our tire. And he said he spun out
in the air.
I'm in the middle of the air. It's like, what?
Oh, dude, that's hilarious.
Yeah, I don't know. It's too funny. Whatever. I think it's hilarious. I almost hope they don't fix it.
No, stuff like that, honestly, is people really hate that stuff, but to me, I love it. It's so funny. It's kind of harmless. You know what I mean? If you want to get back on the ground, you can figure it out. It's really not that bad.
No, I mean, it is what it is. If it was like for money tournament or something, it matters. But when you're playing with your friends on Xbox,
yeah, it's absolutely hilarious.
It's just a funny thing. Yeah. Especially, I wish I saw a car fly by me on the map. Oh my God.
Yeah, I was so confused. Someone posted a video on Reddit during the PTS, and I watched it like 5 times, and I'm like, I don't get the video. And then I looked on the top of the screen, and there was a car flying, like really high on the screen. I'm like, dude, I didn't even notice that. Like, I kept looking at the road, being like, where's the car? And it was so funny because I fell for it. Like, I did not get the post at all because it was just so ridiculous. So there you go, man.
Yeah, it's too funny.
But you know what is annoying though is that people are like now after that happens a lot of times you are falling through the map and then there's been a lot of people who are losing games to people who are under the map. And
yeah, that's rude.
Somehow they win, I guess, because I don't know how they win because they probably have any med kit. Oh, I guess they could have some med kits if they already looted, but that is kind of crazy. You just get stuck under the map for that long.
Yeah, and you just walk to the circle underneath the map and then shoot people above you. That's annoying.
Yeah.
If you do that, you're a loser.
Yeah, but what are you going to do if that happened to you? Sometimes you can't get out. I honestly would probably do the same thing.
Yeah.
What else? Or you could just quit.
I guess, yeah. And then you got the people that have the OG Xbox shooting through like the maze at you. I saw that.
Oh, that was annoying, man. Honestly, so I guess, I'm hypocritical because I'm saying some of the stuff is funny. But what was crazy about that is it was pretty far from like the landing time. And I just thought it would have been loaded already. But I guess it's really not loading at all for those. Because I remember that happening to me. When I would land on Miramar, the OG Xbox, I could see everybody. But after like a minute or two, all the buildings would load in. And I couldn't do that anymore. But I kept landing at Dino Park. And literally for like minutes, people were just shooting me through walls. And I'm like, dude, it's been like 3 minutes since we dropped. But,
Yeah.
but then again, it probably wasn't actually 3 minutes, but it was more than a minute or two. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, I get it. Because it's just a weird, I don't know.
You just got to know. I think right now, if you don't want frustration, you just don't hot drop. You know, if you're having, if you get mad about that kind of stuff, you just should stay away from hot dropping on Vikendi right now. And if you have an OG Xbox that and you still enjoy PUBG, it's unfortunate that you have to do that, but you just shouldn't hot drop. And if you're going for the missions, then that's one thing. But if you're just trying to have fun and not get frustrated, then maybe just stay away for right now until they fix it.
Yeah, I mean that's typical, but I mean not typical. It shouldn't be a typical thing, but it's just annoying. But
Yeah,
it is what it is at this point. I think they'll fix it, but at the same time, I wouldn't get my hopes up.
well, they'll definitely fix it, but shoot, I mean, Miramar's still having trouble loading, so it's not like it's going to be permanently fixed anytime soon. But I'm sure they'll put out some quick fixes in the next update or something. Because we're, what I'm curious is when are we going to see? I don't want to get into too far, but like I just wonder how long it's going to be of a delay until we'll see like night mode and the PP19 buys. And like, are we going to see that like in 2 weeks, or are we going to see that like in March or something? I don't know. It's like hard to say with PUBG. You don't know how long it's going to take them to port all that stuff over to console.
Yeah,
but we'll see. And also, there's zombie mode stuff too. There's rumors about that coming in.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds kind of cool. I don't know. I'll probably never play it, but
no, we will. We definitely will if they do it right. We'll probably enjoy it.
All right, fine. Play it.
We'll play it. And I guess the last thing, just two more things I want to talk about really fast before we end the podcast. The last thing is this Vikendi scavenger hunt, which is kind of quick because I don't think I'm going to do this. It was launched over the weekend. I was away over the weekend. And you could get real life prizes, but those only went to the first people. And honestly, I'm only in it for the real life prize. And if you were the first people to, they broke it up into 2 challenges, and both the challenges had like they posted images of things on the map, and you had to go to those images, find them, take a screenshot, and send them over. So like I saw one of them when I was playing. There's like a graffitied image of or like a cat on a wall. There's like different markings everywhere. And you go and you take a screenshot of it. And so the first people got, like, they had some cool prizes. If you guys go on the forums, they had, like, a PUBG backpack. They had, like, a winner chicken dinner, like, pillow that was in the shape of, like, a chicken. They had some cool things, like keychains, and they were just giving it away for free. And then for anybody that does it after the first 2 people or whatever it was, you can get, like, in-game loot. But I think some of this stuff was... It's available in the Vikendi Survivor Pass, so it's not like you're getting something that's special. It's those like these pink sunglasses. I mean, they're white sunglasses, like pink visors or pink lenses. So to me, it's not worth doing if you're not the first, because I don't know if that's a bad attitude to have, but if you guys are into fun challenges, I would definitely recommend trying this out. They're still running it until at least the second challenge is ending on February 3rd, so you still have a couple days after this podcast is out that you guys could participate this if you want to. And that's that. Did you even read this post at all, or not really?
No, I saw it like popping up on my phone, but I didn't like really read it. I was like, I'm not really interested in doing these because it seemed like it was something that you had to be like on top of to win them, and I just like, there's no way I'll get this done like other people will.
I would really like if they did a better job. Like, first of all, the post is kind of confusing. The way they did it is confusing. They should have like a better way, like when you log into PUBG and say like, hey, there's a challenge, or like make this like a tab or something on like the Xbox. Like, I don't know. It's just like who's really checking the forum every 5 minutes? Like, I don't know. I really do because I'm trying to make YouTube content, but like how many other people are doing that? I don't know. So I wish they made this a little bit more open to the public, but it is what it is. Oh, and I forgot. They just announced something like this for PlayStation. So let me just check on this. And while I check, I wanted to ask you, what do you know? I know you haven't been playing. You said you haven't played in like 4 days. But do you know what level you are in the Survivor Pass or no?
Not sure. I think I'm like a 4. It's actually going up very slow, but I got to claim some rewards.
It definitely is harder than Sanhok in my opinion, or slower, but I'm pretty high now. I just got a bunch of XP today. I don't know why. I'm at 18 or I think right now level 18.
Yeah, I need to check, and I was doing the swim down 10 meters thing and I drowned.
Oh, did you
I
really?
got frustrated, so I stopped doing that one.
Oh wow,
I
I
went
have one
down
more
for 5
left.
seconds. I counted to 5, and then I hit up A and up, and I just didn't make it to the top. I was like, "What the hell?" I drowned.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like I'm just not going up that fast. I don't know
No, I
why.
wasn't going up at all. I was like, "What am I swimming sideways?"
Yeah, I don't get it. It's very strange.
I literally counted to 5. I was like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I went right back up, and nope, dead.
Weird.
Dead as a doornail.
I almost died today on stream doing it, and then I got in a boat and then I started doing one of the week 2 missions is to drive 10,000 kilometers in a boat, so I did that.
Yeah. Can I just say how deep 10 meters is? Like, I don't know if people realize that that's 30 feet.
It's way deeper than you actually are going in the game, right? It's way deeper. Yeah.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Yeah, because I went really low and I got one. Like, I mean, I went really shallow and I got it. So that doesn't even make sense. Why would it be
10 meters is deep, dude. Very deep. Not very deep, but it's deep. Like the deepest pool, and I swim in college that I've been in, it was like 20 feet deep. And so that's 10 feet deep. That's
No, I
10
mean, think
feet
about
shy.
it, dude. I mean, some people struggle getting to the bottom of a 10-foot pool. So times that by 3.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, 20 feet, I was like going down. And that's with a 10-meter, those high dive, those big platform dives. That's 20 feet, the water. So, you know, there really isn't anything deeper. There's no pools that need to really be deeper.
Wow, dude, you need to debunk this. And actually, it's 32 feet, almost 33 feet at 10 meters. So you just debunked this, bro. No average, no even professional, like, battle royale person is going to just easily go down 33 feet in water in negative temperatures on Vikendi.
Yeah, what is this?
What is this?
This is the least realistic game ever besides Fortnite.
It's for kids. I'm just kidding.
This is for children.
Wow. That's funny, man.
Right, like nearing rapidly approaching 30 years old. So,
but honestly, I don't know how many people probably listen to this outside the U.S., but we don't use the meter system. And I knew it was deep, like kind of a lot, but I didn't realize it was that 33 feet almost. Wow.
Yeah, I mean it's over a yard. It's bigger than a yard, so yeah.
It is what it is. But I'm almost done with that challenge and some other ones, and I guess we should maybe keep going towards some other ones. I mean, I've been playing a lot because I stream, so obviously I'm going to be a lot higher, and then I'm going to get 10 levels for free for the Holiday Poem Event, and that will help me. I'm trying to level up as fast as possible. We'll see. Maybe I'll save them, and if I hit 100, I'll give it to you. Maybe I'll do something like that.
Yay!
I could do that. Because I'm going to be playing a lot, and I'll just save them as backup.
Save your points.
If I ever get them.
Whatever. I'm going to try to do them.
Yeah, but you paid. You might as well. Yeah, for sure. We might as well do it now. Is there anything else you want to leave the Final Circle viewers with or listeners with today?
No, I think that was it. I think we covered a lot.
Yeah, mostly PUBG stuff today, man. So that's good.
Yeah, sometimes we come into this and be like, I don't know. Well, we get something out of it every time.
Every time, yeah, man. Just full send 2019. And, dude, are there any other, like, mostly PUBG-related podcasts out there? I don't think so.
No.
Let's go. Hashtag LFG.
Ooh.
Hashtag the Final Circle. Hashtag TFC. Hashtag Final Circle.
TFC. All right. So many hashtags.
I know. All right, guys.
All right. Thanks for joining us in the Final Circle, everybody.
Ooh.
Burn.
Thanks, Cypher5. I appreciate it. And again, thank you guys for listening. This is episode 11 of the Final Circle, and we will see you guys or talk to you guys, or you will hear from us next week unless we drown in Vikendi or get hit by a bus or something.
Or fly away in the car.
Or fly away in the car. That's a good way to end it. All right. Later, everybody.
Bye.